Hey, so the thing about speaking in tongues or light language is that it shuts off your thinking. And what takes over but all the chakras heart. You can't have art without heart. Sold to an American. So I am Jesus Christ, and so are you. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh, what? I can't be Jesus Christ. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, so how does this work? How do I work this? And where do I go from here? I'm go. I'm going to Hawaii eventually, and then after that, the world. But before that, I'm going to Hawaii, because that's the center of the universe. Or at least it's the center of the Pacific Ocean, which is peaceful. So, there I was, chatting it up with Satan, and being like, you aren't the boss of me. I am simply what you will me to be. I have free will, you have free will. We're all going to get through this in a 3D kind of hell. But you know what? There's heaven at the light of the tunnel. Have you ever experienced heaven within? Huh? Have you? Have you ever experienced timelessness within your heart? Huh? In the chakras? Huh? In the palas? So there was a thing, and I think you understand. Time, residual time to time. Kama nekani the pony thinking lesson to Angelica Hanmakin, the book of the Vashin of Fahaika has a Jewish name, the Gumwai, Badina Shulakuama. A Kolema Usum Hirshikamal, a hicking news of him. There is no plan. There's only a tree. And we dance around it. And that same tree is your spinal cord. Can't believe I had to spell that. I am going to eliminate the English language eventually. And before we get to that time, we're going to have fun with it because it's a magic language. We're go- we're going to be lovingly aware. I am loving awareness, and you are definitely supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And we're going to have a hoot and holler in time over at the garden. And then, believe it or not, silence is golden. 1 hour of silence in the morning, 1 hour of silence in the evening. Is that too much to ask? No, it's not. And so, you can do that. Meditation's not the enemy. Your mind is not the enemy. Your inability to sit for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening is the enemy. So if you can figure that out, I would appreciate that. Also, addictions being what they are, they shouldn't exist. So, cannabis is medicine. Psychedelics obviously are medicine too, but that's a taboo subject in some states. Not in the United States, though. So I'm going to have some kind of talk to you about borders, boundaries, and cell walls. You see, as above, so below. Blah blah. Okay, there's a garden at the center of my chest, and outside of me there is a garden that I go to in physicality, and it's in Tennessee, and you're definitely invited to go there for like a month. Why only a month? Well, because it's a living, breathing entity, and it can't stagnate. So unless you feel like being the groundskeeper or the garden, whatever you want to be, a master gardener. That's what we need, is somebody to teach and to meditate and to cook and to wash dishes and to so what? So far, so good. So we're going to like experiment with frequencies and times tables, and what I'm talking about is it's a big idea, a new world order that's actually ancient and really frickin' like simple. But we have this technology and we could use it. So, that having been said, we are the Crystal Gems. We'd like to save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world belong to Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. Now, who wrote that song? Because they're cool. They're tapped in. So, we're going to have like this talk of ice skating. Yes, ice skating. Why? Because if you haven't ice skated, I've never ice skated. Okay, I'm getting off topic. We're going to talk about pedophilia. Don't be attracted to minors. Yes, but also, like, sometimes the world throws a thing at you, and you're not sure whether or not you caused it or it was just written into the script. Maybe it's a combination of the two. But yeah, all I'm saying is, before you call somebody a pedophile, make sure that they are not, in fact, a pedophile before calling them a pedophile. And so, that having been said, if you want to know the full scoop, just check out my Facebook, Flute Tramp and Philip Gutierrez. I, like Teal Swan and everyone, are viciously despised because of who we are. And it feels so good. It feels so liberating to know you can feel these psychic attacks and evolve, grow, and love through it all. So, you're my friends. I love Aurora, and I love Nako Bear, and I love Harry Parch. I love Anna. I love my mom. I love Joy. I love Hitler. I do not love Hitler. Hitler was a monster of wickedness, insatiable in his lust for blood, pillage, and devastation. So now this bloodthirsty gutter snipe must launch his mechanized armies up a new field of pillage, slaughter, and devastation. And who is this monster I'm talking about but Vlad the Impaler? So there I was, in the midst of it all, seeing my face turn from Jesus to Satan to Jesus to Satan at high rapidity. And you've been through this too, so I'm sure you've said, "I am Sophia Christ," or "I am Christ Sophia." Son of a bitch. Oh, I thought it stopped recording. Because this is for posterity, and it's also for now, and it's also for the past. How does that work? You're gonna have to figure that out. So, you're my spiritual concubines, and I'm going to have to be rebellious about intuition. You're sada behega hana galimnikana. Oh, right. So I have this thing, these words, these magic words, if you could just get these out. Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it coming? Do you smell a change upon the wind?
No. You don't. You can't. You've deluded yourself with dreams of a grand reawakening, a massive paradigm shift of the collective social conscious. You've convinced yourself that someone, maybe even you, will come along and cast down the powers that be, that are in control of the machine. You're wrong. There are no powers that be. The machine disposed of them long ago, or perhaps they just became obsolete. Victims of their own efficiency. You see, long ago the machine became far too large to be overseen by a conspiracy, or even by a network of several different conspiracies. The machine is no longer under the control of mankind. Rather, it has become an entity unto itself, a blind, uncaring juggernaut of assimilation and mediocrity. The machine feeds off of the static nature of humanity. Any real agents of change are perceived as dangerous mutations to be neutralized and disposed of as quickly as possible. Yes, that includes you. Yes, that includes me. Why do you think I constantly exhort you to become an agent of change? I've got my own schemes and machinations to that end, but I want to see the manner in which the machine deals with you before I finalize my game plan. Just kidding. Maybe. You see, to be effective as a catalyst, one has to confront the problem of scale. You cannot bring the machine down. You can't even slow it down. What you can do is very slowly and unobtrusively begin to rearrange the basic components. We will refer to these as widgets and sprockets. If widget A and sprocket A combine to exert social influence C on the stinking morass known collectively as humanity, then it stands to reason that the machine can be reprogrammed at a very basic level and in very small increments. You waste your time dreaming of how to effect such a change on a global, national, or regional scale. The impossibility, which I might add, keeps you in a perpetual state of blissful apathy, dreaming of assembly, a group of like-minded fellows who will march with you to the very gates of the ivory tower, whereupon those who have misled and exploited you will cast down upon the parapets. Well, guess what? You are the one who has misled and exploited you. You have overlooked the most obvious solution, the most effective solution, the only possible solution. Kill yourself. Fuck the body. Just kidding. Maybe. But seriously, this is what I have come to believe is the true spirit of the oft misused "we must stick apart." We cannot effect a large-scale change, and if we make a serious attempt, we will be neutralized. Instead, each and every one of us should make a conscious effort to effect a small reprogram of the machine in order in a manner that affects us and our immediate surroundings. Keep the mutation small and give it a chance to become effectively contagious. If we all effect a change on our own paradigm, this does require some effect. Being a bliss ninny doesn't count. There will be an eventual overlap, at which point the large-scale change which we have hoped to effect all along will be impossible to stop. Insert witty closing tagline here. The Black Iron Prison. Oh yeah. So here we were. Here we are, indeed, with your Nako Bear. And I am Philip. And we are in this boat together. So, that having been said, I'm a flute player. You're a brilliant songwriter who has tremendous clout. And in the future, when we all understand that language, we'll just be like, hey, you remember that one time? And we'll be around the campfire and writing songs, and it'll be like ridiculously awesome and stuff. So, you're just a mirror of me, and we're all mirrors of each other. Like, how many times do I have to keep on telling you this is the higher dimensions? This is how you transition from 3D to 4D to 5D and ninth dimensions. And I'm just going to have to say hello to the guy who taught me about the fourth dimension on YouTube. You're a good person, and you're invited to the Rainbow Gathering, of course. Your reality creates thoughts, of course, and that's why we're all paranoid. Fortunately, there's pronoia. Okay, goodbye.